Have main engine start, and we're on! Hooray! Yay! We lit this candle, and yeah, well, it hasn't blown up yet. Give it time. Give it time. We'll see how it goes. So this is something completely different. This is Get Your Geek On, except there's one minor change.
Yes.
We're on YouTube.
And it's Tuesday.
And it's Tuesday. Okay, so two minor changes. Because Facebook sucks.
That it does.
Failbook, for the last, I kid you not, 12 hours. 12 hours has been spotty, inconsistent, won't load timelines, won't even load avatar icons, or just plain wouldn't load at all. Mobile, computer, whatever. So we said, haha, we're going to YouTube, which we've never done before. We've never done a YouTube live before, so this is interesting.
Yes, we have.
Have we done YouTube live?
March Madness, son.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Hey, we're not going to get flagged for the music, are we? I just want to double check.
No, I think we're voicing it loud enough where we're okay.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Because you know YouTube, man. See, here's the dangerous thing. Facebook don't care.
No, Facebook cares. Remember we used to get those notifications?
Well, yeah, but they don't care as much anymore. And plus, they're probably not loading properly anyway. But YouTube, on the other hand, man, YouTube, they're like watchdogs. They are all over the place. I mean, couldn't help but notice you played that. You played about 3 seconds of that one music clip there. Wham! There goes your
to be
seconds.
fair, I've actually won a couple of those.
Yes, you have.
I have.
He has.
Nice.
You won a couple of those disputes.
One of them, they're like, no, just no.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just a computer that flags it now.
Yeah, it's an
like
algorithm.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and the thing is, according to FCC rules, which since we're a radio station, that's what we are. As long as you play, what is it, like less than 30 seconds?
30 seconds or 10%.
Or 10%. Thank you. That's what it is. It's the 30-10 rule. Then you're fine. So radio, the government, we're like, hey, no problem. And YouTube's like, no.
We're not radio. We're YouTube.
We are the YouTubes.
Wait, we're Google.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Google owns it. Yep. And Alphabet owns Google, so we are the Alphabet. We're the ABC.
So
easy as 1, 2, 3.
I don't have the chat available on here like I normally do.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody wants to open up YouTube on their phone to chat with the folks.
I nominate Butterfingers.
No. We're not sticking with this name.
We also need to share this around, I guess, don't we? At some point.
If you want to share it, because I'll have YouTube open.
I'm going to put Goose up to that while we stall here for the pre-show. In fact, here's what I will stall. I have a volunteer's tribute. So I
put the link in our little private chat.
Oh, cool. All right, gravy. Well, then Aaron will do that while I do my 3 minutes of hate here. So I saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet last night. Got the press screening. Yay. Thank you, Gilbert, for getting us in. Yay. And so we were able to get some good seats. We actually sat next to a Wreck-It Ralph cosplayer, which was really awesome. And we sat down there and watched the movie. And it's a good movie, I guess. It's not a terrible movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not the first one. It's just not. And no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything for y'all. There are some great humor scenes in there. The graphics look incredible. Gal Gadot does a great job.
Wait, Gal Gadot's in it?
Yes, Gal Gadot.
I'm going now.
Yeah, Gal Gadot is in this. And there's a Stanley cameo, and you'll see some stormtroopers, and Disney makes fun of itself, and it's funny. But by the time I was finished watching it, I don't know, that ending just didn't sit right with me. In fact, the whole storyline overall, just how can I say this without spoiling it? It just didn't feel quite as grand. Quite as epic. It didn't feel like there was quite as much at stake.
They didn't wreck it?
They only could barely break it.
I was kind of hoping that they would break it just a little bit more than they did, but by the end of it, it just, I mean, at the end of the first one, at the end of the first Wreck-It Ralph, what's at stake? The entire game. There are these thousands of bugs everywhere, eating everything in sight. The glitch can't get out, and so what are we going to do? And of course, you get that iconic line at the end, which, by the way, still gets me a little misty. I'm not ashamed to say it. When Ralph breaks free from the giant bug, and he's flying down toward the Mentos fountain, Mentos Mountain. Hello, and he says, "I'm bad, and that's good," and he's clutching the little heart necklace that she made. And I was like, okay, dude, all right, yeah, that's pretty good. Got me right there. But by the time the second one's over, you don't feel that. It's not clear what's at stake, and when it comes down to it, you're like, okay, I guess. It just didn't feel quite right for me anyway. So, so Ralph 2 is going to make a bunch of money. People are going to love it. The Disney princesses were just freaking adorable. And, hey, check this out. There will be a Disney fashion line. Because there's one scene when, this isn't a spoiler because people know already, but when Vanellope runs into like 14 or so Disney princesses and they all start talking and whatnot, they're all in their ball gowns. Mm-hmm. Right, those big fancy ball gowns that you used to see Disney princesses in, and Vanellope is in her sweats and like her leggings and comfortable shoes and all that, and the Disney princesses model themselves after that, and they start wearing leggings and sweats and these comfy oversized T-shirts and things like that, and they're all clustered around Vanellope because now they just love her to death because she brought them comfy clothes instead of those ball gowns, and all I can think of is Disney fashion line. Brand new. You're going to want to wear what Elsa was wearing and what Belle was wearing and what Ariel was wearing. And I look over at my wife, and I swear to God, I can see her picturing it in her mind. And sure enough, on the drive home, we start talking about it, and she's like, oh, God, yes, I want those outfits. I want those outfits the princesses were wearing. And I was like, oh, crap. Oh, God.
California, the whole princess makeover. There you go.
It's like a bunch of college girls, just like lounging around together. Okay, stop that thought process.
No.
But no, seriously, I mean, they're just wearing leggings and these sweats and they're just kind of hanging out, but it looks fashionable and cute and adorable and everybody loves it. Right. So that'll be the next fashion line. But I'd give Ralph Breaks the Internet probably like a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't a great movie. But it was a good movie. It wasn't as good as the first one. The first one was just terrific. And if you haven't seen the first one, do not go see the second one until you see the first, because it dives right in. I kid you not, within 2 minutes of runtime of the second movie, I mean, you're already in, man. There's like no exposition whatsoever. You're just boom. It assumes that you already know everybody and everything, and you're gone. You're there.
See, I like when sequels do that.
Makes sense.
I like a little bit of a recap.
No.
I mean, not a literal recap, but just a little something would have been nice. However, there are 2 end credits scenes. There's a mid credits and an end credits. And I was really surprised.
Wait, is this a Marvel movie?
It kind of makes you wonder, but I was really surprised that they put in a sneak preview to Frozen 2.
Oh, dear gosh.
I was really surprised that they did that. So stick around for both the mid credits and the end credits. You will be very surprised by what happens.
No.
Very surprised by what happens. So that alone is worth it right there. Butterfingers.
I'm not answering to that.
So Butterfingers.
I will take fired over that.
You will, huh?
Yes, this is Mr. Fired.
Mr. Fire. Hashtag fired. Go ahead and if you want to sound off on something here, go ahead and sound off.
Not Butterfingers. It will not be Butterfingers. I'm going to say not Butterfingers for 3 minutes. Not Butterfingers. No. I guess my thing would honestly be video game rant for the moment. So we've had Fallout 76. We've had Red Dead Redemption 2. We've had Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. All have come out in the last month and a half or so. And here's my thing. I am sick and tired of AAA companies. EA, Ubisoft, 343 Industries is still up there to me. COG is up there. Microsoft in general buying 8 different companies. PlayStation having their own companies such as Square Enix and all that, making these games, and no matter what, they still cannot bring a finished product. First of all, Black Ops 4 doesn't have any kind of campaign. I played Call of Duty for the campaign. Yes, I like the multiplayer. Yes, all the other stuff, but my heart was always in the campaign. I always thought that was fun. It was a nice little thing to do. That's gone. So fine, you give me $60 game, still the same price as I normally would have paid if it had a campaign. But now all they have is online multiplayer only. And so let's face it, when the servers are shut down, there's nothing I can do. That game's just going to sit there and be a disc. So that gets me aggravated. Then we have Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. Everybody's excited for it. Everybody wants to form a little posse and run around with their friends and knock over banks and take out other rival posses, whatever you want to do. And there's no online multiplayer. It's just the game itself. But the multiplayer is coming soon. Remember, we just haven't finished our game yet. But we're going to sell to you for the same price that we would if it was finished. But we're probably going to charge you some money down the road to have DLC to download to it and, make you give us more money somehow because, all we sold you was the bun and the meat. We didn't sell you any of the condiments. So that got me upset. I haven't bought Red Dead Redemption 2 because of the fact that I wanted to have a little posse and run around. Fallout 76. They come out, they have a beta test, they have a stress test. We want you to break our game, break our servers. And we're going to be happy about that because we want you to see that we're going to listen to you and fix it. And what happens day one but a 50 gigabyte downloadable patch that you have to download. Yes. And on top of that, the servers literally have crashed twice on me in 1 hour. And sometimes it spawned me literally one time in front of 5 enemies. And I had to use all my health just to stay alive because I didn't want to die the second time in a row. So that game's still broken. And then we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. And guess what? It's actually not unfinished. There are still glitches, but, every game has a glitch at least. But at least it has everything it promised. It has the little ball thing, the Pokemon ball works just fine. Works the way they said it would. It's so far I think it has the multiplayer, at least LAN. I've noticed you can play against your friends, you can beat them. It has the little story mode that's talked about. It has the no issues that I've heard so far about the gyro mechanics with the little ball trying to catch the Pokemon, or even the Joy-Cons trying to catch the Pokemon when you throw the ball. No issues. So Nintendo brings out a game that's actually finished. Now, is there a glitch? Yes. I'm not going to say that, hey, there's a Mew glitch out there that causes some issues, but hey, you know what? At least the game's done. At least the game is finished. Out of 4 major games, only one I could truly say is complete. The rest of them I'm going to play Fallout 76, but guess what? I'm going to probably have to deal with the servers crashing, and within a couple weeks I'm probably going to be so mad that I'm going to stop playing the game and just start playing the Pokemon Go game. So that's my rant. Finish your games.
Hooray. Alrighty.
Great. I noticed how both of y'all talked about glitches in your rants.
I see what he did there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then, Goose, unless you have a 3-minute.
It's not a rant, but it's more of something cool that happened.
All right. Do you have a pick you want to throw up?
Yes, I do have a pick I want to throw up. It's the one from Sunday.
Ooh, I like that picture, actually.
So on Sunday, we did another first con ever. Traders Village had their Comic-Con this past Sunday, and it was nice. It was last minute. All 3 locations, the one in Houston, the one in Dallas, Fort Worth, that did one as well over the last preceding weeks. To me, it's interesting because we have that one major con a year at Alamo City Comic Con that Apple de la Fuente puts on, which I have yet to have a really bad experience there myself.
We do have to admit there were issues, but look, it was not a bad.
Oh yeah, there
experience.
were issues, but everything run by humans is going to have issues.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest. And then there was Celebrity Fan Fest 2 weeks later, which we all thought really can this community handle 2 and 3 weeks. And then we had a third in 4 weeks with the Traders Village Comic-Con. And I want to thank them for their hospitality. They let us be on stage for half an hour, which was great.
I felt so bad still. That I knew that. Did you see the message I sent? I knew Iris. I
know
yes. her. I felt so bad that.
Yeah, well, that was fun. But but yeah, so Butterfingers and Dave and I got to be on stage for half an hour talking about Marvel versus DC. And we had a very ardent discussion with one of the people that were there over the microphone. Sorry we didn't go live. We were unsure of the technology situation, and we didn't have our stuff.
Yeah, that one guy. I mean, it was outdoors first of all, so it was brisk up on that stage.
It was brisk.
The wind would blow, and you could almost hear our teeth chattering on the microphone.
Yes.
Which that wouldn't. Ugh. But at the same time, that one guy, man, he got into it.
He did.
He really did. He took some umbrage to the idea that we said Marvel movies were better than DC movies. And he brought his A game, man. That was impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so did we. So that one makes it great. But we hope this isn't a one-time ever. We hope that all the cons that San Antonio has will continue to flourish and do well and be successful, and we can go to all of them in an official capacity.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get the actual radio portion kicked off. We got some big news we're going to talk about tonight, so just kind of hang out. And if you're new to our channel, don't feel bad. A lot of people are new to our channel because we're mostly Facebook-based, but we invite you to stick around, subscribe, get your notifications going, get that little bell icon hit, and also check out other videos on this channel because we have interviews, we have other shows, we have, and we break it down. It's not like we put the whole hour. I mean, we do put the whole hour up there, but we break it down into little segments so that y'all can just pick and choose which videos you want to watch.
Well, we do both. We do segments and we do the whole show, depending upon how much time I have that week.
True enough. Very true. All right, so let's go ahead and light this candle and get the radio show going.
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blast off.
Your fortress of solitude.
Greetings, program.
Glad you're alive.
Your sanctum sanctorum.
Resistance is futile.
Welcome.
This should be the first triumph. This is where the fun begins.
Proof positive that geeks have inherited the earth.
It's showtime.
It's time to get your geek on.
You complete me.
With Dave Gremillion.
All right. Welcome here, everybody. Not only in and around San Antonio, but all parts of Texas, all parts of the United States, and all points beyond. This is Get Your Geek On, and we've got some breaking news that we're going to get to here in just a little bit. I am Dave Gremillion, and you have found one of the most listened to talk radio shows for geeks in the United States, powered by the Texas Renaissance Festival. Guys, it's been a pleasure telling you how awesome this event was, and over 650,000 of you went out there and had a good time as well. The event officially ended on November 25th, which is, well, today. But it was a great time. Make sure you bookmark texrenfest.com for all future updates. This is Season 3, Episode 24, and today on Freedom 1160 Talk Radio and Freedom1160.com, boy, have we got some news for you regarding Star Wars Land. Oh, yes, indeed. The news came out, videos came out, all sorts of concept art came out. You guys are going to love what we're going to be talking about with this tonight. Also, we got Marvel news to talk about. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yin out. We're going to find out. Our first look at Quake coming up. Also, we have a guest announcement. Yes, indeed. We have a guest announcement. Not for today, obviously, but for the following week. Also, Venom. Yeah, remember Venom? Remember that movie? Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well and just how successful or not it has become. We got our weekly poll that we want to get into. This week's poll was big cons versus small cons. Which Comic Con do you prefer and why? And also some video game news. Golden Joysticks named their game of the year, and I'm not happy about it. Aaron's not happy about it. I don't know that anybody's really happy about it, but you know,
Goose doesn't have an opinion.
We'll rant on that, though. You know, don't worry. We'll totally rant on that. Fallout 76 is falling. Yeah, we're going to talk about the exploits. We're going to talk about the crashes, the server crashes. We're going to talk about the sales dropping. We're going to talk about all of that as well. And since Thanksgiving is in the books, I mean, what are we really thankful for? I mean, not this whole friends and family nonsense. Come on now. We know what we're really thankful for. We'll talk about that coming up as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and introduce my motley crew here in studio with me. To my left, your right, as you look across the radio dial, he was actually able to not get lost this time around. That was wonderful. Please welcome our co-host here. He is Aaron Shapiro.
I didn't get lost. It was the first time ever.
I know. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Can we call him the Lost Boy?
The Lost Boy. Yeah, we
What?
still
Wait,
need.
I can live with Lost Boy.
He's not happy with the nickname Butterfingers. So we really need a
one
nickname. You can
time.
tweet at us at GYGO _radio and let us know. Yeah, it is underscore. Okay, yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No,
Oh, it used to be.
it used to be.
Okay, yeah, it's just at GYGO Radio. Tweet at us. We need a new nickname for Butterfingers over here. So, so yeah, how you doing? You found your way
Not
in?
too
Doing
bad.
all right?
Not too bad. Just playing video games. Too many video games to play right now, though.
Yeah, a lot of them came
Way
out.
too many.
A lot of them came out. So, woo, good
yeah,
gracious.
The last 4 weeks, like about a game a week almost.
Yeah,
So-
okay
Yeah,
then.
that's why I'm broke.
Now, does your ISP restrict your bandwidth?
No,
Oh, good.
no. But where I work, I can also play games there too. So
We're in the wrong
Nice.
businesses.
Oh, yeah. So, any job openings there? We on?
no, not for y'all. No,
dang
I
it.
need to keep that.
Are you
bandwidth
willing to
myself.
work overnight?
Speaking of which, speaking of the overnight guy there, further to my left, your right, as you look across your radio dial, you will see the man spinning the ones and zeros, our sound prognosticator, and he is Goose.
What's going on, guys?
What's shaking, Goose?
Oh, not a whole lot. Of just some good news for your boy tonight.
A whole lot of news.
Oh, some good stuff. I've
Oh.
been clamoring for some of this stuff for a while, and you may hear some Cool in the Gang later on today.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that rolls. All right. So, speaking of which, speaking of some Cool in the Gang, some celebration time, we want to go ahead and let's just roll right into some Star Wars news here, shall we?
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
And this little segment here is brought to you by our friends over at the Heroes and Villains of Cosplay. Speaking of which, these guys do lightsaber practices, but they're not just limited to Star Wars. This is a cosplay group here in San Antonio to where you can cosplay whatever you like, express yourself any way that you like, and they will embrace it. Look up our friends on Facebook over at Havoc Texas. There we go. Facebook.com/Havoc Texas. I knew I'd get it right eventually. Alrighty, I have it bookmarked, so I don't even bother. It's like when someone asks you, "Hey, what's your brother's phone number?" and you're like, "It's,
Two.
it's 210."
No, just two. That's
It's
a
just-
speed dial.
Yeah, that's the speed dial. It's the same thing with Havoc. I've got them bookmarked, so I just boink. There it is. All right, so parents, get ready to shatter your wallets, cash in those 401ks because we finally have details about Star Wars Land at Disneyland and Disney World. This comes out of Entertainment Weekly, so it's as reliable as you can get. This is all official stuff. Don't worry about clickbait or nothing like that. It's officially called Galaxy's Edge, and you will travel to an alien world known as Batuu, which sounds a lot like Jakku. Ooh. But, whatever. You'll visit a village known as the Black Spire, a remote trading outpost tucked amid the rocky spikes of an ancient petrified forest. The town serves as a Casablanca-like nexus between the forces of good, evil, and in between as they clash over control of the galaxy.
I can be a gray Jedi.
Yeah, it seems that way. As they clash over... See, right there, right out of the gate, as they clash over control of the galaxy from this remote trading outpost. Uh-huh.
So it's far out in the verse, huh?
It's way out there. It's as far out in the verse as you can before you just see the black. That's
So this
it.
is like the C-list Jedis, the C-list Sith people.
How are you going to clash over control of the galaxy from remote trading outposts? Isn't that like going to Buc-ee's and trying to figure out who's going to rule the world?
Well, just watch out for the Reavers is all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Well,
Does that mean it's next to the restaurant at the edge of the universe?
it might be. I mean, you never know. Hopefully, do they have good cell signal out there though?
I doubt it.
You can't stop the signal, Mal. You can't do that. So there are two rides that we know about: Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run Experience and a space battle called Rise of the Resistance. Videos for both have been released on the Entertainment Weekly website. But guys, really, the videos suck. Seriously, those videos are not... They're lame. No, I'm dead serious. They're stupid videos. Both of them are about 30 seconds long. Both of them give you absolutely nothing to look forward to. They're stupid videos. Don't even bother. It's part of the press release. But
So I have a question. The Millennium Falcon one, isn't there one like that already at Disney World in Florida?
Space Star Tours.
Star Tours?
Yeah, that's something similar to
They
that.
used to have
It's
like
like
a
the whole-
trench run.
That's what I think I remember.
Yeah, the trench
Yeah,
run
they
game
might have.
or the trench run ride
'Cause it's
over
like
at Epcot or
something like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm remembering then.
We also got our first look at the Star Wars themed hotel that they're going to have.
Ooh.
They're trying to make this a truly inclusive experience. So the journey begins with guests boarding a shuttle pod that will transport you from Earth to their hotel in space.
Will we see pigs there?
We should. Ooh. That would be so cool if we did.
Because doesn't Disney own the Muppets?
Yes. Yes, they do. So what happens is, all right, so you get off your plane, you get over to Disney World, you get over to this transportation hub, and you board. In order to get to your hotel, you will board what is essentially this escape pod, shuttle pod looking thing. The hotel itself will be a multi-day experience that immerses visitors amid characters inhabiting an orbiting luxury starship. So the hotel itself is an experience.
Okay. Well, it's like other hotels over there. Their main ones.
Yes, but okay, so for example, like the Polynesian. All right, you can go to the Polynesian, you can have dinner there, and it's just kind of decorated. No, this is going to be a truly immersive experience. Like, for example, you can get a hotel room with no windows. I mean, technically for fire reasons, obviously there'll be windows, but you look out into space.
That'd be kind of
with
cool.
like X-wings that'll fly by on occasion, and these big Corellian cruisers.
That would be cool because I remember the last time I went was the Animal Kingdom. They had just opened that at a year or two later. I went, and I remember we stayed at the hotel there, and same thing, it was like that immersion, I guess.
Yes.
Because you could literally see the safari if you got paid the extra money. You could see the safari kind of thing.
Yep.
But I remember I'd walk out the room and there was a little canopy, and me and this girl that I was talking to at the time, we were over there, and we could see everything. It was really nice.
There's always a different girl with you, isn't there?
I mean, I'm single. Come on.
So the Galaxy's Edge experience at Disneyland will open in the summer of 2019. The Disney Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge in Orlando will debut next fall. So this is going to be big. You know, Disney doesn't do things small. Nothing that they do is small. However, Universal Studios is making a big push. That Harry Potter theme park that they built out in Universal Studios is really taking it to Disney, because the experience at the Harry Potter world is tremendous. You know, you can choose your own wand, and the light, comes down on you and all that. The food and the look of Diagon Alley is legit. And so it's a real experience, and it's been cutting into Disney. And Disney doesn't like that competition. They usually buy it out, but not so much at Universal Studios, at least not yet.
I mean, there's got to be a big enough number.
There's got to be a number in there somewhere. So speaking of which, you heard Jerry Jones was talking about how he wouldn't sell the Dallas Cowboys for anything less than $10 billion. You think Bob Iger sat up and said, so you'll take offers then?
Right? $10 billion and $1.
Can you imagine their helmets would have like little mouse ears on them?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Instead of the Dallas Cowboy mascot, you just have Mickey with like a blue helmet walking around the sidelines.
Donald Duck running after him.
All the cheerleaders, instead of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, would be Disney princesses.
I'd be okay with that.
Some of those princesses are a little young, man.
And here we go.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
They have to be, whatever. Mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
So keep an eye out for that. We'll give you all more updates as they come out regarding the Galaxy's Edge experience. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be bigger than big, and we need some friends over at Disney to kind of we'll be happy to push some pub their way, and like they need it.
No, they're just like, who you don't
get
care.
like a little sneak preview, like they need it. Whatever, they're like, hey, CNN, anybody that we want, hey,
News.
come on, yeah, we'll broadcast Good Morning America from that set.
Oh yeah,
that'll take care of it. Alrighty, so with that being said, let's go ahead and we'll move on to the other side of the Disney coin here, and we're going to talk some Marvel news.
This is that sequel to the smash hit with no equal. This one's for the true fans with Hulk hands.
Alrighty, and this is brought to you by our friends. Speaking of which, of the Texas Renaissance Festival, so it's officially in the books for this year, and we've had the pleasure and the privilege of telling you all about the Texas Renaissance Festival for the past several months now.
Yes.
And over 650,000 people went to this thing. It's the largest one in North America, with 200 acres of campgrounds, so much food, and themed weekends. So, they have their fairy weekend, they have their Viking weekend, they have their pirate weekend. So it's not just the Renaissance. They really dress it up, and they really do it right. So if you missed it this year, you want to keep an eye out for next year. And what you do is you go over to their website, texrenfest.com, TEXrenfest.com, and bookmark it, because you know they're going to have news about next year. They'll have specials, they'll have ticket giveaways, and of course they'll let you know when tickets go on sale. If you want a true experience, and this, believe me, this is like going to the state fair type of experience. We had lots of friends that went in the last several weekends, and the pictures they shared were just tremendous. They were wonderful. So we strongly recommend you keep an eye out, TexRenFest.com, for next year's Texas Renaissance Festival. All right, so Marvel shows have been dropping like flies. Daredevil is, in my opinion, on the chopping block. I think that's safe to say, considering how badly they've dropped.
I'd say it's on the bubble.
Yeah,
it's on the radar.
Yep, just about. We've lost Luke Cage. We lost Iron Fist. We're losing shows left, right, and center. And then there's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the one that started it all, as far as TV goes with this run. And people were worried that it wouldn't last this past season. And not only has it been renewed for a new season, which they're
Season
shooting.
6 comes out in the summer.
Yeah, which they're shooting now. But now we get word that Season 7 is already confirmed. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be around through 2020.
So 2 more years.
Gotta be careful on YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta be careful there. You know, those little algorithmic thingamadoobers.
But Goose is quite happy. When
yes, and why is that, Goose? Why are you so happy about this?
Well, I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since day one, and so when the time came, and we had to decide what panels we were going to do, and the final decision came to what it came down to. I got to do the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, and I was quite a happy camper.
Tell our radio audience here, what do you mean by you got to do the panel?
I got to moderate the panel.
Which means?
I got to ask them questions. I spent like 20 minutes just being a fanboy.
With whom? Ooh,
with Henry Simmons, who plays Mac, and then also, as you're seeing on the screen for those watching us on bit.ly/GeiGo YouTube and facebook.com/GeiGo Radio, we have Natalia Cordova as well, who plays Yo-Yo on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And as a matter of fact, speaking of which, we are proud to announce, we are pleased, honored, privileged, and humbled to announce that our guest next week calling into the studio will be none other than Natalia Cordova Buckley, also known as Yo-Yo on the show. Goose got to sit next to her, moderate the panel. Was just thrilled to
I sat next to Henry, but I got...
You were on the dais.
I was on the same stage.
Same level there. So it was probably nice that they had Henry between you and her. So nice little buffer there.
For her more than me. Yeah. But they were both really kind, and we got along really well, and I was so glad to be able to meet them.
So Natalia will be calling in to our show next week. So that'll be next Sunday for y'all out there. And I'm just tickled pink. I mean, she's just a delightful actress. She's very well versed, and I look forward to hearing from her next week. She'll be calling into our latest studio.
Yeah, we have our time zones worked out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All time zones are straight up legit. We're good, no problem. We're all on the same page, so to speak.
Should I tell him why I asked that question?
Well, we might as well, because now the audience is sitting here like, what are you talking about?
I'm confused too, so I'm just going to sit here.
So we had Marina Sirtis on as a guest, and she was not calling when we were expecting her to call.
Uh-oh.
Turns out that they had the time zones wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, because, they're out, go figure, they're out in California.
Yeah.
And I was specific about when they're supposed to call in, but the math somehow did not translate. And so we're sitting here like 15, 20 minutes in, and
we had a guest in studio at the time that we were just using to help fill the time.
Well, we weren't using. I mean, they were.
His segment got
sounded bad.
His segment got extended.
Yes, that's what. Actually, he was supposed to be on the second half, and so we were like, while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and just kind of bump you into the first half there. But yeah, so that was an interesting bit of stretching and panic time, and oh my God, what happened?
And me just looking at the phone light and looking at the phone light, and like
come on,
and then looking at the phone light.
Ring, please ring. So next week will be Natalia Cordova Buckley, also known as Yo-Yo. Also, some Marvel news, not exactly MCU news, but Marvel news nonetheless.
Yes.
Remember Venom?
Yeah, the movie I'm not going to see.
That one that has adrenaline and momentum?
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, so I know a lot of people have kind of forgotten about this movie already. It's weird. There aren't a lot of people talking about Venom anymore, but it broke $780 million at the worldwide box office.
That's insane.
780 mil. That beats out every X-Men movie ever, and it beats out Deadpool.
That's insane still.
Right?
Now,
I don't get how.
Well, keep in mind, Deadpool's rated R, so that's going to cut out some of the ticket sales right there. Because you can bring kids to see Venom. You
Why you would, I don't know, but you could.
Yeah, you could. So that probably helped a little bit. But, wow, 780 mil. If it were in the MCU, if Venom were part of what we call the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it would have beaten out the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Captain America Winter Soldier, Doctor Strange, the first Iron Man, and the first Thor movie at the worldwide box office.
That's insane. That's just ridiculous.
That's incredible.
But
if this would have come out 5 years ago, could it have done this, you think? 6 years ago?
I think it could have if it, because it then would have had Spider-Man in it.
That's true.
Probably would have. Yeah, that's right, because they owned the rights at the time. But
Sony still does, but they didn't include Spider-Man in it.
But we already had a Spider-Man movie with Venom in it. And
no, we didn't. That movie doesn't exist.
Oh, it never happened.
No. We don't talk about that film.
Blotted out of our memory there.
Yep.
I'm really surprised it did this well. I never would have thought it would have approached 800 million at the box office, at the worldwide box office. That's craziness to me. I didn't know. I knew Venom was popular, and I knew the movie was okay. It wasn't the best movie. Of course, it's a Sony movie, so it's not going to be a great movie. But, man, people loved this movie.
Harsh.
What did I do?
Said it was Sony, so it's not going to be good.
I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, come on. Sony doesn't do great movies.
What was the last good movie they
I
did?
dare you to tell me the last great Sony movie.
Hold on.
Okay, well, I'll do that, but only because of one thing.
What's that?
The power of penny compels you!
That's one Sony movie. Pixels would be another.
Pixels do well? I don't remember.
No.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I think Pixels.
First one didn't do bad.
I think Pixels probably did around 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh. Dang.
And they did the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'm telling you, which were not.
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
One.
Spider-Man 2 was a good Sony movie.
Oh, I thought you meant Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because Amazing
Did I
Spider-Man
say Amazing
2
Spider-Man 2?
was
No,
not,
I said Spider-Man 2.
That one was not good.
With Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm really surprised at how well Venom did. Of course, this is going to greenlight sequels, just forever.
Oh, man.
If the next one is Venom and Carnage, it's got to be rated R.
Well, that's what it led up to. I mean, that's the whole storyline.
Right, but I mean, they also led up to Thanos, but it took 8 movies to get there. So
I don't think Sony's going to take that long.
I think they want to cash in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting there at the craps table, and they're like, "I'm good. I'm taking my money. I'm cashing out. I'm good.
Yeah.
We got a good thing going here. We're done."
Exactly.
And Caesar's Palace is sitting there. No, keep betting.
But
keep
now they're
betting.
bet,
It'll be fine.
And they're going to put all on red now.
Yeah.
Aha.
Well, that'll be when they put it all on red. That'll be, and your director is Joel Schumacher. Have fun with that.
And movie
Oh
tanks.
God. Ooh.
And then Joe Schumacher goes missing.
Yeah. I almost made a joke. No, I'll tell you after the break though, because I don't want to.
Oh
do
man,
that.
here we go.
All right, so almost 800 million at the box office. It's currently number 6 for the year at the box office.
Worldwide.
It should pass Mission Impossible Fallout they're at 791, so it'll pass that.
So all things Fallout bite. That's what I'm hearing.
No, Mission Impossible Fallout was probably the best movie of that series.
It was a joke at 76.
It was a Fallout.
Yeah, it was a Fallout joke. Yeah,
it was a Fallout
I understand.
joke there. So it'll be the 5th highest, and then that's where it'll stop. It will not go any higher than the 5th highest grossing movie of the year, because in order for it to make top 4, you got to crack 1.2 bill.
Yeah, it's not going to do that.
It's not going to do it.
No way.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
What was that?
Yeah.
It was a Trump Bush impression.
A Trump Bush impression?
Yeah.
You combined Trump and Bush?
I did.
And that's what we got.
And that was the best?
That was on the fly, not really putting any thought into it.
Okie dokie. All right. Okay. So how do I even segue into that? I mean, where do you go from there?
So we get from a movie that's going to be number 4 at the box, number 5 at the box office worldwide, to one that domestically
oh my gosh, I can't
cratered.
do this.
Yes.
I mean, it didn't even make as much as the other one did opening weekend.
Not even close.
Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, which is funny because I saw a whole bunch of good pub about it. People on social media were saying how great it was. It was a good twist at the end. It was a solid movie. Yeah, $62 million at the domestic box office opening weekend.
So
Yeah,
how'd those buying out those theaters work for you?
I couldn't afford them.
Yeah, so here's what happened. So a couple of weeks ago, we did a bet. And we do this from time to time. We take box office bets. I said that the domestic opening weekend box office would be 80 mil. And it turns out I was the closest. It was 62 million opening weekend.
That's the furthest you've ever been away when you've won.
When I've won, yeah, I know, right? I mean, this thing, because the first one I think did like 75 or 73 opening weekend.
Like 74, 75. Because I had looked it up. That's why I made it like, okay, 100 million maybe.
Whoa, man. So I had 80. Goose had 85 million.
Yes.
And Butterfingers.
Hey, I gave it a chance.
You had $100 million.
Yeah.
You were so screwed.
I am. Well, because I was banking like, okay, the first one did like 70-something million. Maybe people will come and be like, oh my gosh, the first one was
we're
so
going to have a
good.
50% increase.
25%.
50.
It would be 50.
Okay, yeah, you know what?
Because 70.
Math is hard.
It is.
That's why we're on radio. So
I just look at cameras.
So Butterfingers, who won the original bet, the first one we did on Venom, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You were the closest without going over, and you really screwed the pooch on this one. You were off by 38 mil.
Yes, I was.
Ouch. So
he goes off by how much?
$38 million.
Had to do that.
So as your punishment,
I get to sing DuckTales.
You've got to sing DuckTales on the street corner down here at the studio, and you got to sing it in Hogwarts robes.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
We'll get you a wand or something. We'll have to go to Party City and get you some robes or something.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe a bathrobe. Maybe that'll work. It's close enough, right?
Get him a wand too.
Get him a wand.
Oh, I have some thoughts, but it's not family friendly.
Can we get like just a tree branch? We'll just snap out a tree branch and he'll just wait. So he'll have to sing the DuckTales theme song on the street corner, and we'll probably do that next week sometime.
That'll be fun.
As your penance, as your punishment.
That'll be fun.
For missing the bet. And since December is chock full of movies, man, we're going to have lots of bets coming out.
Gosh. Yeah.
It's going to be very amusing. Alrighty, we got plenty of news coming up here after the bottom of the hour news break. Stick around here at Freedom 1160 and freedom1160.com.
All right, everybody. Thank you. I'm sorry for there's not as much camera work as the usual. One of my cameras failed, and I only have 2 cameras, so which means it's all Dave all the time, unless we go to a graphic. Because when it's stalled on you, I don't want that picture getting out there of you.
What was it?
Because it looks like you're asleep.
Are you serious? That's fine.
I'll throw it up, and you can take a look.
I want to see it now.
Hey, we need mics.
It looks like you're asleep, and I'm not doing that to you.
It really does. Oh, that's awesome.
I was trying to get the freaking...
So it's all Dave all the time.
Box office.
Oh, I'm not going to mind that. So that's fine.
Yes, it'll satiate your ego.
Okay, so all right, let's get to the comments here. Oh, by the way, the joke I was going to say, when you say that somebody died, committed suicide, what was it? What was the comment? Joel Schumacher.
Oh, that he would go missing.
That he would go missing.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, what? He didn't work for Hillary.
Oh.
Goose enjoys new sounds. Can you tell?
Nah, I can't tell.
I almost said it, but then I was like, no. And then Goose had to do his whole Trump Bush thing, and that just got weird.
Politics.
Okay, so Darth Baka says, I heard that the Avengers 4 teaser will drop on Friday. I heard that as well, and if it does, I'll be very upset.
Why?
Because we won't be able to talk about it.
We're doing the show on Tuesday.
We're doing the show on Tuesday. That'll suck. Which, if we're doing the show on Thursday, normally...
It'd still suck.
They're thinking, some people are saying it might be even Monday because the fact is Disney owns ABC, and the only football game that's going on is on Monday night. So they might do it during the football game.
But it's on ESPN, not ABC.
But they still own...
Monday Night Football, I thought, was on ABC.
No, it's on ESPN.
ESPN.
Is it? Okay.
But still, they own...
Didn't where they debut a Star Wars trailer?
The last 2.
Okay,
They
so then it'll
debuted
be
2 Star Wars trailers in Monday Night Football. So take my word for it.
It's gonna be Monday.
I don't think it'll be Friday. I really don't, because that doesn't make any sense. Why Friday? That didn't make any sense. But
any games go
Monday
on
Night
Friday?
Football? Well, not on Friday. No,
Okay.
nothing that they would own. But Monday Night Football makes a lot of sense. Listen for those rumors to start. They're going to say, "Oh no! Sorry, it wasn't Friday. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday Night Football." So watch
If it's
for those
Monday,
rumors.
we're going to be happy. If it's
Oh,
Friday,
I'll be
we'll
thrilled
like,
if it's
oh my
Friday.
gosh.
No, that'll be
I
terrific.
think that would make more sense because why not debut it on your own network? Who cares?
Brian Downs says, "Oh, that's cool. Can't wait for that." Okay,
Yeah, he's kind of lame.
Rick Stokely says the music theme is way better than the videos. Which videos? Our videos?
No, I'm thinking the Star Wars Land videos.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, God, the music theme by John Williams was very, very good. I did very much enjoy that. It felt very Star Wars-ish, and yeah, the videos they were.
And Philip joined us, a friend Philip from across the pond.
Hi, hooray! Philip from across the pond. Sounds like theme. Never got Disney. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Absolutely jealous. Love Miss Buckley. I talked to her on Twitter, says Rick. Well, then you can tell her that you're very happy that she'll be calling into our show.
Yep. Of course, Aaron S. says hello. He doesn't understand that YouTube apparently allows more than around 200 characters.
No.
Hello.
I think he's a little, mentally.
He's a little slow.
He's,
I
a little
think-
mentally slow. It's okay. I still like him. He's nice.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, too bad the girls don't like him.
No.
Oh.
No.
Tell you what, I'm going to step
Not at
out for
all.
just a second.
No.
Okay.
No, just kind of
No.
entertain the masses.
Yeah, I
Can you
suppose.
put up pictures.
With-
Put up pictures.
Two pictures.
Put up
Put up the picture of him
pictures.
sleeping.
Put up pictures and talk. Yeah, put up that one and talk about that for a while. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I look at my phone. I look like I'm falling asleep. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes, and it almost
happens.
looks like it's an in-motion shot, too. Because my phone's horrible. It's an iPhone 6, and
That's hilarious.
that's been around for, 3-4 years
Something
now?
like that. I mean, it's Apple. It's only been on for like 6 months.
Now, again, I've got a still shot because I don't have that many cameras.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that makes sense. Just keep.
And
your-
if you
keep
watch
your
the
money.
videos that when Alex and I do or Dave and I do it and I have the
Yeah.
camera on me, I'm looking down at this thing most of the time. So it's not like having a camera on me is kind of helpful.
That's true.
So what do you think of Trader's Village's attempt at a Comic-Con?
It was actually not bad. The cold weather. That's what
The
messed
cold
them
weather
up.
killed it, and the lack of notice.
That really killed it. That really, really did.
But I did like they had the vendors over there on that the non-regular vendors
Yeah,
out by the stage, and dang, that was a good time.
it was.
And they had some really good stuff. Again, I don't have money,
No, I
so
don't either.
I work in radio. I don't have money.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know her, and I'm gonna say this every time. Iris is really good at what she does. She's
Yes.
a great DJ.
Oh, yeah, she's a great
She
DJ.
nails it every time because I see her at Oak Hill Taverns a lot. That's actually how I met her. So, and I looked at her on stage. I was like, man, this girl looks
But
familiar.
it was cold, so she was muddled up at the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because she's usually dressed like gothic or like punked out normally. So I saw her platform shoes and I was like, it kind of looks like her. And then she had her hood on and I was like, no, that's her. And then when she said Iris, I was like, that's interesting. I wonder if she knows DJ Mighty Iris. And then I looked up a picture and I was like, that's DJ Mighty Iris. I know her. I was just stupid.
So
and introduced
DJ
myself.
Mighty Iris, I'm sorry that Aaron was rude to you.
I know. I'm sorry too. You're amazing still. I'll probably see her in a couple weeks. I want to go to Oak Hills and she'll be
Okay.
playing. And I'll be like, I'm so stupid.
But yeah, Traders Village as an organization has started is in the Comic-Con business now. And so we wish them success in this.
Oh, yeah. I hope they do this again next year, whatever. It's going to be amazing. I think.
So now we have hopefully this will become something big. We'll have 3 major cons in San Antonio with Celebrity Fan Fest in year 2, but it's going to be in the spring. Is what Bob was saying.
This one?
Yeah, Celebrity Fan
Celebrity
Fest
Fan-
is going to be in the spring. So it may actually happen when we're out of town.
We'll see.
That would
and
be the irony of ironies.
Here's the problem too. So the second quarter of, which still includes April, so that's
Yeah.
spring. I'm like going out of town for like 3 or 4 times. So we're going to go on tap for our thing.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go to Vegas, and then I need to go to Dallas in May.
Yeah.
So I'll
But
be
I would
traveling
be
a
the
lot.
irony of ironies if the spring Celebrity Fan Fest was when we were out of town.
Hopefully they do it smart and they do it like in March.
I don't know.
Because
We'll find out.
You got some of their big tourist time. You have spring break, you have March Madness, all that.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do it then.
Maybe.
Try to catch some of those tourists that are already here.
Maybe. All right,
that
Dave's
makes sense.
back. People
All
can
right.
stop looking at still photos now.
What did I miss?
Well, we already said that you're buying us lunch. So we're
Well,
gonna
we
do that.
were thinking about, how when Bob Wills was with us, he was saying that he's going to do Celebrity Fan Fest 2019
Yes.
in the spring,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And we were talking about it would just be sad if it was the weekend we were out of town.
Yeah.
Oh God, that would be if it was the same as Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
You can't.
You
no,
can't.
it's
Well,
not.
no, everybody knows we're going. We just can't say what we're going to be doing there.
Oh, okay.
I was going to do
We can say what you know.
DuckTales. I was singing while I was up there too. It's my new theme song wherever I go.
No, not up there. No.
If he wants to do, if
Well, I
he wants
mean,
to
yeah,
sing the
if-
DuckTales theme song at a Disney event, he's perfectly allowed.
Thank
to.
you.
Okay, all right,
Thank
fine.
you.
But that doesn't get you out of the bet, though.
No, it doesn't.
You're,
I get my
you're going to be down on the
Oh,
street.
wait, this
Here
is
we
this
go.
big Star Wars
DuckTales
thing
in
I'm
Jedi robes, which are basically wizard robes anyway.
Aha!
Okay.
But
Cool. I'll do it. I'm down.
but you still got to do the other.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. But I'm down for that.
Okay.
So wait, is this the big one that they have like for Star Wars? This is like the
Yes.
big thing, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
this
the
is
big
this
one.
this
I
one
can
is,
get my other
is
tattoo now.
massive.
my
Yes, they
tattoo
they
artist-
will have tattoo artists there.
The guy that did my tattoo is the guy who puts their tattoo artist stuff together, and he's gonna be there. He's the only. He runs that whole tattoo group.
Oh well,
there.
then dude, we got to talk to him.
I can see if I have his card still.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, we got to talk to him.
Yeah, because I wanted to get. Did I show you my tattoo? You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't know. Have you seen mine, Goose, or not?
No, I have not.
This is the one. Halo.
Oh, there you go.
He did this one, and as we were talking, he was like, "Yeah, I do. We're the only group allowed to do the Star Wars ones because they actually have licensing from LucasArts to do the artwork there. No other tattoo artist group in the nation has that.
The things you learn. I mean, you can't do the right tattoos.
No, so
I mean,
he's gonna be. I'll reach out to him because now that it just dawned on me that that's probably
Yeah.
the one. He
Oh
was
yeah,
going
we
to.
absolutely.
So
have to
so
talk to him.
Philip said, yeah, regarding you and Iris, he said, yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. I would run away.
Well, luckily, I'm not trying to date her or anything, so it's not
Not
gonna be that
yet.
awkward. No, she had a boyfriend, I think.
Wait, who are we dating?
So the DJ that was on stage,
The DJ.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I know her because I
That's
used
right.
to go
I
to the-
remember now. I remember.
So I feel awkward that I introduced myself to her because she's already known me from the bars and stuff and seen her
Smooth.
play. Yeah,
Smooth.
yeah.
You didn't want to date her before, and you're not going to be dating her now.
Now all the chances are gone.
That was swing and a miss, strike 3, and you're like, wait, I just got up to bat. No, that was strike 3. You're already out.
You're so terrible. One time.
Yeah, so go sit on the
gosh,
bench.
that's no
I have a
good.
friend though.
That's no good.
That when she was DJing, and I don't know why he did it, in the middle of her DJing, tries to go hit on her and ask her out, and she basically told him that go away and using a different word.
Yeah, that
Not family friendly word.
Nope.
that'll do
But
it.
still begins with the same letter.
Alrighty, so I think we're
There
ready
you
to start.
go.
I think we're ready to start the second half here.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, our Facebook page is getting really close to 30,000 likes. It'd be really cool if we could hit that before the end of the year. That'd be cool because that means that we would have tripled in size. Because when we started off in January, I took a pie to the face at PAX South when we hit 10K. So
I wanted to see something
30K
happen
is
at
around.
PAX.
and I wore My Little Pony sunglasses.
Yes,
And Minion dressed
wanna
as
see.
Princess Leia from
Minion
episode
dressed
4.
as Princess Leia from episode 4
So,
for the con.
what is he going to do when we hit 30?
Why do I get stared at?
That is an excellent question. Drop your comments now. What should happen to Butterfingers if we hit 30,000 likes before the end of the year? Facebook.com/GYGO radio, by the way. If we hit 30,000
taken.
likes, what should Butterfingers do? What should happen to him?
Mr. Fired.
I got a pie to the face. Goose had to wear My Little Pony sunglasses, and Minion dressed up as Princess Leia.
I know.
What?
He dresses up as Donald Trump and says, I'm fired.
Not in this town. That would not. No, that would not go well. Let's see.
Well, no, this town would. It would actually. We're democratic. Democratic.
He likes to get his hair done. I wonder.
You know what? I'll let them pick the color.
No.
No, I wouldn't mind letting
It's
them
got to
pick
be
the
more
color.
degrading than picking colors.
Oh,
I
I've seen
think.
some colors.
I think.
Trump orange.
No. Hold on. I think for
regret
PAX
that part.
South, Tracer cosplay.
Tracer.
Tracer.
Oh, no.
Tracer
Overwatch.
from Overwatch.
So I had to do the shot. Was it?
You have,
she
to,
has
you have to get the spiky hair done.
You're buying all the product for that because my hair is naturally curly.
I ain't buying nothing.
I have naturally curly hair. You know how much product it takes to spike it up?
Oh, great. So now you're like that girl from Charlie Brown.
Which girl from Charlie?
The girl with naturally curly hair.
That's right. What do you think? Drop a comment in here. Let us know what you think should happen to Butterfingers if we hit 30,000 before the end of the year.
Color and tracer. But I want to color my hair because I don't want to keep it black. I could do that.
Yeah.
All right, so are we ready for the second half?
Ready for the second half. Let's do that.
All right.
Hi, this is Marina Sirtis, and you're listening to Get Your Geek On.
Alrighty, welcome back from the bottom half of the hour news break. This is Get Your Geek On Freedom 1160 Talk Radio and Freedom1160.com, powered by the Texas Renaissance Festival. Over 650,000 people attended the event this year. It was started in September, ended just today, so bookmark, keep an eye out, listen, put your ear to the ground for updates on next year's event over at TexRenFest.com. I am Dave Gremillion, and if you missed the first half of the show, no worries, no sweat, no problem about it, because you can catch it on our award-winning podcast. That's right, you can catch us on Spotify, Apple, you can catch us on Google Play, you can catch us on Stitcher, Omni, and TuneIn. That's right, 6 different ways for y'all to listen to our award-winning podcast. It has been named the best podcast in San Antonio for 2017. We're gunning for 2018 as well, so go ahead and check that out. We're all happy now because I got those 6. Hey, it's a lot to keep up with, but, you know, it's worth it. It's always good. All right, so let's talk briefly. Before we get in, we have some video game news that we want to talk about because it's all over the place, including the Golden Joysticks Award for Game of the Year. Pissed me right off. I mean, just to no end. So we'll talk about that coming up. But first, our weekly poll results. Every week, we're going to put out a poll on Facebook.com/GYGO Radio. Get Your Geek On, essentially what it stands for. And this week's podcast was big cons versus small cons. Do you prefer big names, big Comic Cons, which also come with big crowds and big lines,
and big money,
or do you like the smaller cons with smaller headlining names, smaller venues, and that sort of thing? I mean, what's your preference? We had about 300 people voted on this week's poll. Hello. On this week's poll, had almost 300 people vote. 60% preferred smaller cons to the big fat ones.
Now, here's the thing. We went to a smaller con.
And to a bigger con.
The biggest con in town.
Yep.
And we went to the one that was over at the JW Marriott.
Yes.
They didn't have small headliners there.
Well, that's true. And there's room for, I mean, keep in mind, Facebook only allows 2 options, essentially. Yes. And there are character limits as to what you can put in for those options. So we're stuck with what Facebook gives us. So yes,
that's true on so many levels.
There are big cons with small names, and there are small cons with big names, and there's this, that, and the other. But that was the preference that we put out there, was big names that also come with those big lines and big crowds, or the smaller cons, but you don't get those bigger names all the time. 60% went with the smaller, more intimate little cons. So that's very cool. Good news for our friend Lori Gonzalez out there, I guess.
Yes. And that's Wonderland of the Americas Mall. They tend to have at least one mini-con every single month.
Yeah, sometimes more than one a month. So very cool out there also. Alrighty, so with that being said, let's go ahead and segue into some of our really big news of the night. We're going to be talking about some video games. All right. Alrighty, and this is brought to you by our friends over at Dragon's Lair. Speaking of games, these guys have so many different events going on. Everything from Magic the Gathering to D&D to potions instructions and wand making and everything in between. Guys, your gaming headquarters is over at Dragon's Lair in Alamo Ranch. That's on the west side of San Antonio off of 151 and 1604. If you want to get your geek on, you want to do it at Dragon's Lair. Okay, so the Golden Joysticks out in the UK named their Game of the Year.
And they were deaf, dumb, and blind.
And this was terrible. This really was. So was it Was it going to be Spider-Man on PlayStation 4? I mean,
That
great
would've been my
story.
vote.
Yeah.
Great story, good graphic. Nope.
God of War?
No, wasn't God of War either. It wasn't Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nope.
Although that did come out a little late, so
That one
I can
did.
see that. But Black Ops 4 maybe.
No.
WWE 2K19.
It was
that wasn't even up there.
No, not even close.
What was the other?
It was Fortnite.
I want to now strangle everybody.
Yes,
in the UK.
if you're driving on the road out there, I'm sorry if it made you swerve into a ditch. That's terrible.
Okay, so who the heck does this?
Okay,
who rates it? Is it like 70-year-old people sitting up there like this name?
Now
I
it's 13-year-old
recognize."
kids.
Well, here's the thing. It's strict popularity.
But even like
Strict popularity. You just vote.
I know that. I mean, I guess maybe it's still big over there. A lot of people I know that were in that like competitive part of Fortnite have given up on it. They're like, it's boring now. We're done, and they've all moved on. Like you said, the 13-year-olds are all done now because they're like, okay, next big thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much played out, and PUBG is going to be ready to come out of PlayStation 4 anyway, so that'll probably revive it a little bit.
PUBG has a chance still.
It does. I mean, people like to go back to the original, to the classic. Looking at you, World of Warcraft fans, but Fortnite as the game of the year, man.
No.
It's so fad friendly and trendy and just no.
Well, you know it's fad friendly when they talk about it and Big Bang Theory. When that becomes a B plot.
Yeah, that's when it happens.
So I feel like they were just watching Big Bang Theory, like, oh, I recognize a video game name. Let's just put that as number one.
No, I get it. All right, Ninja's the big name. I get it, and it's a popular game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the game is trash.
Does he play Fortnite or does he play Overwatch?
No,
he plays
Fortnite.
Okay.
Fortnite. I'm not saying the game is trash by any means.
I'm still saying it's trash.
You can say it. You want to say it's trash?
Yeah, it's trash. It's Fortnite is trash. I hate Fortnite.
Oh, wow. Okay, and why is that?
I don't like the graphics. The cartoony graphics is just, I hated that. I like more realistic shooters. I like it to where if I shoot you in the head, you're going straight down and dead.
So it's like PUBG.
I prefer PUBG, I'll be honest, and I prefer Call of Duty Blackout because that one seems to be a more redefined, and again, it still has that realistic graphic look. It looks like a human. It doesn't look like this, I'm going to be dancing disco in the middle of a firefight. I don't like that.
Okay, well, let me.
But how about flossing in the middle of a firefight?
No, not that either.
All right, well, let me run
this.
This by you then. Why do you like Overwatch?
I never said I liked Overwatch. I like it more.
I thought you did.
I'll play it more, but I don't like it.
But it's cartoony.
Only reason I play it is because I have 3 other friends that play it at work, and that keeps us awake. That's the only reason I play it. Otherwise, no. Overwatch is the same thing. I bought it. I was with an ex-girlfriend. Bought it. We both played it. After less than a month, we both quit playing.
Wow.
They quit playing this week. She quit him.
About a month later.
Yikes. Okay. I was looking for a new healer about a week later.
Oh, dang. Or was she looking for a new tank?
Oh, wow. She put up her barrier, and that was it. Wow. So Fortnite is your game of the year according to the Golden Joysticks out in the UK. It's a strict popularity contest, which I guess accounts for why it was game of the year in the first place. But yeah, I'm not.
No.
Just no.
One more question.
There was no way. What are you doing?
I thought to get game of the year, you had to come out that year. Because it's like 2 years old.
Well, keep in mind, this is Golden Joysticks. They've got different rules. And, it's their game of the year. It's not like IGN's game of the year or PC Gamer's game of the year, nothing like that. But
I just want to know what the rules were. I really do.
We'll have to look that up.
It's like with Oscars, to be qualified for Best Picture, you got to come out in like New York and LA by the end of the year,
Something
but you
like
could be
that.
wide release like in January, February.
Oh, okay.
So with Fortnite, I've watched video, I've watched Ninja, I've watched amateurs, and I see the appeal, but yeah, I'm just
no, it's not
game of the year over Spider-Man, over Red Dead,
God of War,
Red Dead Redemption,
over Black Ops.
Yeah, I prefer games with story. I mean, unless it's just like a straight up fighting game with characters I know, hence WWE,
or Injustice 2.
Injustice 2. So, when it comes to those type of games, I don't want a melee. I don't want a battle royale type thing. I want to get invested in these characters.
Yeah. What was it? Somebody described it to me once as like Hunger Games for babies. I think is how they described it because it's all bright and colorful and shiny and look what I can do. But it's still battle royale. It's still everybody out to kill everybody.
Great. So if Disney buys it, it's going to be Hunger Games for Muppet Babies.
So you see Kermit the Frog running by.
Muppet Babies.
Have you seen the new version? I don't care for it.
No. I watched the pilot to the new She-Ra, though. The Princesses
of Power. Oh, God, that's so horrible.
Actually,
it's a horrible show.
Actually, the pilot wasn't too bad.
Keep watching. It gets worse.
Okay, all right. I'll keep watching. But the pilot, I was actually, not to get off on a tangent here, but it was okay. I mean, yes, it was predictable, and it was a little on the boring side, but
no,
I was digging it.
I have to say, though,
considering the audience, I was digging it.
I'm like 5 episodes in because I want to give it a shot. I do like Shadow Weaver.
Yeah.
Shadow Weaver is very interesting in this one, but after like 5 episodes in, I was like, I want to go back and watch the old one now. Like
with
Melindy Britt said, it's not the same audience. It's not the same show. Mm-hmm. It's not, that doesn't have the He-Man tie-in, by nature.
Well, it does a little bit because right there in the pilot, she's fighting for the honor of Grayskull.
Right, but
so it's got a little bit of it.
But we don't know the backstory. I mean, we know the backstory, but we don't. It hasn't been revealed yet in the show what the backstory is. We know that she knows Eternia, and we know she can read a language that
she shouldn't.
She shouldn't be able to read. We know that she was rescued as a baby. Read kidnapped.
But, which that's never been done before.
But I just she's younger. She's like a 14-year-old in this show.
Yeah,
and so is Catra.
Which I'm actually okay with. Again, considering the audience they're aiming this at, I'm okay with that. This is that pre-tween audience, which I'm cool with. I'll keep watching it though. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of, let's kind of swing it back though toward the video games. Games. Yeah. Speaking of the UK, because that's where the golden joysticks are in popularity, Fallout 76 is tanking.
It is
hardcore in the UK. I mean, we're looking at sales that are down 82% from Fallout 4. 82%.
See, and that's again, how do you have stress tests? How do you do all this stuff and still have a game fail? As big of a company as Bethesda is, how? Yeah,
because here's the thing. All right, so Fallout 76 had a day one patch.
Yes.
Which you expect that nowadays. Unfortunately, you buy the game, and the days of plug and play are long gone.
Sadly.
You buy a game, and you can't play it for, depending on your bandwidth, hours.
Or if you max out your bandwidth that month, maybe a month.
And that's assuming that your system doesn't need an update first.
Yeah. Right, and all of a sudden you get it home, firmware, too bad. So they had a day one patch of 47 gigs.
Yeah.
The patch was 47 gigs.
No.
Yeah, the patch was 47. The initial download was 53.
Now, look, I am a child of the 80s, okay? I remember games as megabytes. I remember floppy disks with, 5.25-inch floppy disks.
With 720 kilobytes on that bad boy.
Yeah. I mean, when we got my computer's hard drive space doubled from 40 to 80 megs, I thought that was the greatest thing in the history of the world. This patch was 47 gigs.
Oh, yeah. Remember when everything got upgraded to 16-bit?
Oh, man. The Nintendo, the bit wars between Nintendo and Sega.
Yeah.
Oh, that was huge. And then everybody wanted to go to 64 because Atari released the Jaguar, and that thing bombed horribly.
Oh, the Neo Geo, that one bombed.
The Neo Geo bombed.
Gosh, dog.
So now we're looking at patches of 47 gigabytes. And then they released another patch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was supposed to fix everything, and that was another 50-something.
Was it? Because I know it downloaded last night. I downloaded another patch.
50-something gigs already, so people are already starting to complain. And now they're finding exploits that they apparently didn't find in the beta. Because the beta, remember, keep in mind, the beta is only open for a few hours at a time.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
It's not enough time for you to level up and really try to break it, because that's what beta stands for. Break everything, test anything.
Something like that.
That sounds about right.
Break everything is the first part.
Right.
That's all.
So you can't break everything. So these guys leveled up really quickly. These 3 guys, and when you drop a nuke, which is supposed to be a rare thing in Fallout, they drop a nuke, and this level 95 super hard boss appears. If you drop it over a fissure. Mm-hmm. Yet they dropped 3 nukes at the same time and crashed the servers.
Nice.
There's a YouTube video of this, and you can hear them saying, like about 20 seconds in, dude, we're going to crash the servers.
Yeah.
We're going to crash it. 3 nukes drop at the same time, and there goes the game.
So
not good.
Here's my thing, though.
Not good.
And this is something I've talked about coworkers, friends about. First of all, I've been disconnected several times from the servers. Mid-game, bam, server's gone. Respawn, there's 5 enemies around me, and I'm dead.
Yep.
Then I've had it, and again, I get it. There's glitches. There's little things. There's an enemy in front of me. I throw my tomahawk at it. Takes no damage. The tomahawk is stuck in midair where the character was. And I cannot grab it. I was so PO'd on that because I'm like, I want my tomahawk back.
Now, a friend of mine loaned me code for the beta invite, and I played it for about a half hour, and I died 5 times.
Well, see, we also had, during Extra Life, we had a guy playing it on our Twitch stream for 3 hours. He had no problems with it. I don't know how it happened there because I had nothing but problems.
Now, and that's not to say the game itself is trash. We're just telling you about what our experiences are with this game.
Oh, and don't expect to find people.
To find what now?
To find people. So my friend played it the first day it came out for like 2 days straight. Found one person.
Wow.
In the 2 days he had his own group with him.
Right.
But they only ran into one other person. I've been playing it. I see the other people on the map, and up to last night, and it was the first time I saw people that actually came to me. And 2 of them literally, I'm only level 6 because I've just kind of been casually playing.
Wait, you had a hard time people coming up to you? That sounds like real life.
Well, I had a hard time because they came up to me, double my level. And yes, I didn't engage in PvP because I knew I was going to die. But you still take damage when they hit you. So all they did was follow me until they could kill me and get my stuff. I couldn't do anything about it. Literally could do nothing. So I'm like, cool. All I could try to do was take them into enemy territory. One of them got downed because luckily some ghouls were there to kill him. But yeah, they eventually just took me down.
Now,
I hate it.
Players also found an exploit that will allow you to launch nuclear missiles with only partial codes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even need the full code to launch a nuke.
Do you want to play a game?
Which I'm sure is I'm trying really hard not to make a Trump joke. I'm really not, but yeah. I mean, that's all you need. You got part of the code, no problem. Upload it. You're good to go. Fire away.
It's ridiculous.
So they have some big problems with this. Now, keep in mind, in a few months, this could all be ironed out, and it could be one of the greatest games ever. And we look back on this and laugh. But right now, we're not laughing.
I got 3 words for you, sir.
And what's that?
No Man's Sky.
But let's also look at it, especially No Man's Sky. Gamers are fickle. We'll give up on it.
That's true. And, I mean, well, No Man's Sky was the ultimate bait and switch.
Oh, gosh, yes.
That was the biggest bait and switch probably in the history of gaming.
I would say. Well,
because
Mega Man.
Because the trailer looked so good.
You got that Mega Man game that came out a while back, though. That's up there with it.
The one on Steam, or?
The one that, was it Mega Man X10 or something like that? I forgot what it was called, but it was supposed to be another Mega Man game in the franchise, and it completely was a bait and switch. That's all it was for.
Well, No Man's Sky also just collapsed in on itself so brilliantly. Oh, yeah. It was essentially the Rebecca Black of gaming. By the way, if you don't know who Rebecca Black is, all you have to do is just look up Friday. Rebecca Black Friday. Just look that up and you'll understand.
Yes.
That's all it takes. So No Man's Sky, when the trailers came out, was phenomenal, and it was advertised as being almost an infinite number of worlds, like a real galaxy would be for you to visit and explore. You could hit planets 2 months in that nobody in the entire game had ever touched, and explore and mine and craft, and it was wonderful, and the graphics looked incredible. And then the game came out, and you were like, "I'm sorry, was everything made out of Play-Doh? Why does this look so bad?"
Was in the first 72 hours or so, 2 people were supposed to be near each other. They flew to each other, landed on the same planet, and could not see each other. Because there was no multiplayer, really, even though they said there was going to be.
Could not see each other. And then you had people get to the center of the galaxy, because that's the quest. In No Man's Sky, you're supposed to get to the center of the galaxy eventually. That's the story. So they finally do. They finally get there, and guess what happens?
They meet God.
No, because God doesn't need a starship. So they get to the center of the galaxy, and what happens? It deposits them on some random world, and they start over at the beginning.
So,
that's ridiculous.
I made a War Games comment earlier. Sounds like with both of these games, the only way to win is not to play.
Yeah,
that's about right. So, but I've heard lots of the good things about Fallout as well. All right, don't get me wrong. We're not saying that this game is trash, not yet.
No.
But again, it's just it depends on your own experiences. It's like I like people on social media who say, "Hey, I've heard things about this novel. Is that any good?" Well, it's going to be fantastic for some. It's going to be, dumpster fire for other people. So it's your own personal experience. Some people are just loving Fallout. They can't stop playing Fallout. And some people have already tried to take their copy of the game back.
I saw that too.
Did you see that YouTube video?
I did not.
So this guy he bought a used copy and tried to bring it back because he didn't like the game. Well, GameStop's policy is if you buy a used game, you're only getting store credit.
Yeah, it's like you have to bring it back within 72 hours for store credit or something like that.
But it's still, I think that if it's new.
Is that new? I thought that was their used one.
Well, we'll have to look that up. But anyway, so this guy thought he was getting his money back, and it turns out it's only store credit because it's a used game. The guy wrecks the store. I mean, wrecks it. He knocks over displays. He takes like 30 of their little gift cards and he flings them across the store and just wrecks it.
So let me ask you a question. Was his name Ralph?
No, but that would have been funny.
That would have been.
You know what we need? We need a videographer to get on that video, and right before he loses it, insert "I'm gonna wreck it," and then the guy starts smashing up the store. That'd be hilarious.
What I'm hearing is you're gonna send me a video later.
Yes. Oh, that'd be terrific. So all right. So anyway,
yeah, you're right. There's some fun aspects of the game. I like the crafting. I like the shooting. I like exploring. But yeah, it definitely needs more.
Yeah. So all right. So with 2018 is rapidly drawing to a close, and it's been a terrific year. Don't get me wrong. This has been a really wonderful year for us here at Get Your Geek On. But Thanksgiving is now behind us. Small Business Saturday is behind us. We got Cyber Monday around the corner. So the real question is, what are we really thankful for? I mean, I know we've already done the whole friends and family bit, which we're just saying that so we can get closer to the turkey and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce. I mean, come on, let's be real here, okay? Yeah. And I mean real cranberry sauce, not like the canned Jell-O looking thing.
That's the good one.
That's just weird.
I like it.
So, what are we really thankful for? I mean, let's go around the horn here and let's have ourselves a little moment, shall we?
Okay.
Goose, what are you thankful for?
Well, I'm thankful that Michael Bay's no longer doing Transformer movies because this one looks like it's going to be pretty darn good.
Yes, the Bumblebee movie coming out in December is Michael Bay free.
Yes.
And gluten free, from what I understand. So that's good news.
And I hear it's also calorie free, but not the popcorn.
But not the popcorn. No, unfortunately, not the popcorn. I am thankful that I'm thankful we only got one Marvel movie this year. I'm waiting for that one Marvel movie that'll suck.
We got two.
Oh, I'm sorry that we had the two. Sorry, I was thinking because we're supposed to get 3 a year.
Yeah, we only got two.
And I'm thankful we didn't get the third one this year. I'm waiting for there to be a Marvel movie that sucks. I really am.
You've seen Venom.
I think ha ha ha.
With the adrenaline
so I'm thankful that we only got the 2 Marvel movies instead of the 3 that we're gonna get coming out here going forward. Aaron, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for. Thankful for not buying Red Dead Redemption right now.
Okay.
I'm thankful for that because I almost bought into it, and the fact that I really wanted a multiplayer and a posse. I think I said this earlier. I wanted a posse to run around with, and I couldn't get that right now.
Couldn't get it.
So I'm thankful that I was smart enough not to buy that one, but stupid enough to buy Fallout 76.
You know, I think we ran into Jason Momoa earlier this year because he was in San Antonio.
Yes.
And I think he's thankful for all the other crappy DC movies that came out because it's going to make Aquaman look good by default. Because anybody coming out of there, even if the movie is just kind of okay, if it's just kind of they're going to say, at least it's not Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Or, Justice League. Or any other DC movie in the last 5 years except Wonder Woman.
Except Wonder Woman, exactly. I mean, so at least it's not that. I mean, to be fair, there was only one good part of Suicide Squad.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
That was the only good part of Suicide Squad. So that's what Jason Momoa's probably got to be thankful for.
And water and long hair.
Water and long hair.
No, that's what the women are thankful for.
Oh, wrong one. Okay.
And his bench press machine. That sort of thing.
When you post the Python picture.
Oh, yeah, we got to post that one. The one where Jason Momoa's posing with a python. The ladies went nuts for that one. When he spoke Dothraki.
My God, like the women, never mind.
The women swooned, man. There were chicks passing out everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to use the other words I'm not going to say.
They were passing out. That's what we're saying. That's the official show stance. They were passing out.
I bet Henry Cavill is thankful for social media. Because when he posted that that he was done when he leaked that he was done as Superman.
Well, a rumor came out that he didn't quash, but didn't confirm either.
That's true. A rumor just happened to come out that he was done with Superman, and then Warner Brothers freaked out when they saw the backlash and paid him money.
Yeah.
So I bet he's pretty thankful for that. Who else do you think will be thankful?
Ben Affleck for not doing any more Batman movies.
Well, there's not. Again, that's rumored.
Yeah, but he needs to stop.
But I think.
Well, then we would be thankful. I think
Warner Brothers. I think Warner Brothers is thankful for successful rehab, because when we saw Ben Affleck at Celebrity Fan Fest, that boy looked like he could be Batman a couple more times.
Yeah, no
he
kidding.
finally did. Like no beer belly, he looked good.
Ben Affleck, I had no idea he was 6'4".
And David's 5 foot nothing. So
yeah,
should have had that battle axe with you.
That's a big guy. Just saying. Let's see. I bet Kevin Feige is thankful for DC movies, because everyone they roll out just makes Marvel look better and better and better.
True.
So he's got to be thankful for the shakeup at Warner Brothers.
He's also probably thankful that they were able to do a deal with Sony to get Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure Sony was thankful for that as well, because it made Venom relevant.
I bet Rockstar Games right now is pretty thankful for Fallout.
Yeah. You know what? Nintendo's probably thankful that Fallout and Red Dead Redemption both tanked.
Yep. Nintendo's probably very thankful for that right about now as well. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon just keeps chugging along.
It does. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are just fine.
Speaking of which, Detective Pikachu.
Oh my god,
Ryan Reynolds.
That actually doesn't look too bad.
Oh my god, it's like the great Deadpool detective or something. I mean, it's I love it. It's awesome.
I want them to see like a Deadpool costume in the corner, and Pikachu just looks at it like, yeah, that's next.
So that'll wrap it up here for Goose, for Aaron, and for myself. I do want to thank our sponsors: Texas Renaissance Festival, Dragon's Lair Alamo Ranch, Havoc in the Mailing Spot here in San Antonio. Thank you for listening, and make sure to get your geek on every single day.
All right.
I was just I got a little bit of a news alert here.
Uh-oh.
Just a little one?
Breaking news.
Well, it's not really breaking news. I'm just trying to come on. Okay, so according to GitHip, which is video game statistics Twitch site, Fallout 76 peaked at 106,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch before dropping by more than 50%.
Whoa.
Ooh.
These numbers...
That hurts.
I got this from Digital Trends. They say that these numbers are actually worse than they are when the game was in beta.
That hurts.
I believe it.
It is currently on pace to be number 31 on the game viewership board this year, behind Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3.
Wow.
Fallout 76 also lost out to Spyro Reignited Trilogy in terms of physical retail sales.
Yeah, because Spyro was the remastered of the old games. Ouch. So that's sad that a remastered game has now outbeaten a brand new.
Well, I'm sure the Superman 4K probably beat out some other new releases.
That could be. All right, so if you like what you saw, you like us here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Don't miss out. I mean, you know what happens on Facebook. They don't give you all the notifications either. So make sure you hit the bell as well as the subscribe. And we will catch you all next week. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because you're Oconus, so to speak, then just have a good day anyway. Catch y'all later.